Welcome to the Salty Virgins Club podcast. I'm your host, Jordan. I'm here with Kevin and Patrick. Jackson is fighting AT&T as we speak. He got a new place. He owns a house now. And in so, he cannot get anything done already.
I need to clarify something for him. He does not own a house now.
I don't understand. Casey said they got a house.
He essentially owns a house.
They got a house.
Yeah. And I got it.
Like,
And they're in it.
It's yours now. Congrats. I do feel his pain on that one. I had to get Comcast out here to when I lived here. They told me it was going to take like a week. But I just basically said, okay, well, there's this like shitty other cable service I can get here. That'll still give me like fast speeds. And I found all the information. I was like, all right, I'm just going to go to them because I need to like work. I'm working from home. And then Comcast basically sighed and then did it. So I was like, were you just dicking me around? Like, so you
Yes,
like could have done this the whole time, and you're like,
fucked.
no, it's gonna be 5 days. Like,
Yeah, no. They're absolutely just fucking...
it was
Just
really far
fucking-
too easy to negotiate a much quicker turnaround time. Well, because I asked them, can I just install it myself? And they said no. I said, okay, well, I need internet fast.
And I need it to be
So
fast.
so can you get out here within like before the start of next week? No. All right. Well.
So what are my options?
See you later, I guess.
I guess I'll just sit here in despair, I suppose.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go spend my money elsewhere. Wait. All right. Okay.
I'll call somebody else. I'll do it. I swear to God I will.
I really didn't want to.
But I will. Are you drinking a Coors Banquet right now?
I
What's
am.
happening?
Hell yeah.
You're a nasty boy.
Well, you know why? Coors Banquet was actually good.
It's the banquet beer.
fine.
It's
just
delicious.
heavy. It's just
It is a
heavy.
very heavy beer.
Fine.
I'm just drinking one though. But because we did Beer Olympics and
Who brought Coors
Coors
Heavy?
hold on, I'm getting there. Morgan and Kayla were tasked with going to get beer, so I was like, get Coors and Bud Light. Like, we'll just do like two different ones, nice and light. Morgan loves Coors Banquet, so when buying, the idea was, oh, I love Coors Banquet. We'll get one of Coors Banquet. Not realizing that is now a quarter of the beers that we need to consume for a Beer Olympics. So the Coors Banquet's mostly stayed in the fridge.
Yeah.
But then
You
she
did
took
not
some
say.
home, and then I have a couple left, so.
There
Coors
you
Banquet's
go.
good.
It is good. We just drank it, like, when we played Cornhole, we drank Coors Banquet, and then we just didn't really touch the rest of them. So it's fine, but it was just, like, they came home, because, like, they did all the shopping and stuff, which was nice, and then they came home, and I was unloading the car, and I was like, oh, Coors Banquet.
Oh!
That was bold. Like, oh, that's
Ooh,
interesting.
you got chowder.
That's like one time I went to a party and somebody got the Dos Equis Amber, but it was like a keg of it.
Dos
I
Equis
was
Amber
like-
is delicious.
Slaps.
I agree, but 156 of them is far too many.
Depends on
Yeah.
how fast you're planning on drinking them.
Yeah.
It wasn't fast enough.
Kara's brother-in-law got a half keg of Fat Tire, and I was I was drunk.
No, you don't
I
say.
could not stop drinking it. It was so good.
I can't believe you didn't explode. Fat Tire is so
They're
heavy.
so heavy.
It
Yeah,
was so heavy. I drank the amount of Bud Heavies that I drink.
which is
Why?
far too many.
Why? Because
Why are you drinking Bud Heavy?
He was in Indiana on a lake.
Bud Heavy is terrible.
it was actually,
agree.
It was decent. I remember
a-
it being much worse, but I was also
You're a shit
I
pig.
was drunk the whole time.
You were a shit pig.
To be fair, once you've had a couple beers, every other beer that was once shitty starts tasting a little better.
Yeah, I opened up with. I mean, it's not much. Natty. Was it Natty? No, it wasn't.
That is an easy opener.
Was it Natty? I don't know. It
I
was
wasn't
like
there.
30 Natties for like $15 or something like that. It was ridiculous.
Probably either Natty or Bush.
Yeah,
Bush
those
Light
are
is
those.
also
Oh, it was
very
Bush
cheap.
Light. No, it was Bush Light, and there was the can had corn on it.
I'm
That's why I got it.
surprised that Patrick did not come back with a mullet.
He was close.
If only my hair grew faster, or at all, really.
Oh, Pat's gonna be down bad. I can't wait.
I've seen my future.
Oh yeah. Quit
Listen,
on it
right
before
now-
it quits on you.
Right now, Pat, the hair looks good. I would say enjoy it, get a lot of really nice pictures,
Yeah.
and then become a hat guy.
Become a hat.
I'm a visor guy. Now, so.
You're not going to be much of a visor
No,
guy.
I know.
Starts going.
Damn it.
Hate to see it.
Yeah, what a weird look that would be.
Bald visor.
I mean, bald visor kind of works, but I really think it depends on your head shape.
Just gotta get one of those visors that has the fake hair on top.
That
Really
just
think-
unironically wears a visor with fake hair all the time.
Yeah.
You'd be really down bad if you were doing that. I couldn't let you do that. That would be...
Empties Amazon cart?
Yeah, that would be nasty work there.
I'm not sure I could talk to you face to face.
No!
I'm not sure I could look at myself in the mirror.
And there lies the issue.
Yeah.
So, would you guys play naked basketball with Jamie Foxx, or like what?
Is that? That's
So,
not where I thought that was going.
is there any, like, reward
You
for
get
it?
okay. Let me set this up because Kevin's not
Just
like,
out of the blue, no. I'm not just stripping down and playing basketball with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, like, is this just
Well,
like a
I
yes
mean,
or no, and then no, I can just continue throughout my day? Like, no, I'm good, Jamie, thanks. Thank you.
Can I wear pants? No? All right.
Okay, so this stems from like a couple things. The first is famous people do weird shit, and
Yeah.
one of the weird stories about Jamie Foxx is if you come to his house, like you have to play naked basketball.
Like,
I don't know what
before
that's.
gaining entry to the house, you like,
No,
it's
like, if you're just,
you
like,
shall
there
pass,
hanging
you
out.
shall not pass kind of deal, or
Like if you're one of Jamie Foxx's friends, like the rest of us are friends, that's one of the activities you have to partake in. Because
that leads me to believe that Jamie Foxx only hangs out with attractive people, which automatically disqualifies me from any sort of discussion here. So I think,
you're safe from Jamie.
yeah, I think I'm safe from Jamie Foxx.
Naked Jamie Foxx is not real. He can't come get you. But if somebody else was talking about like what would you do to be friends with somebody who is famous, and it was like it all depends. And then I remembered that Jamie Foxx does the naked basketball thing.
I don't want to be friends with Jamie Foxx enough to. Like, I imagine I could get past playing basketball naked, but I just don't really have... I'm not like, I just really want to be fucking Jamie Foxx's friend. There's definitely celebrities that I could play some naked basketball if that means we get to hang out.
Yeah, if Rihanna said D up, I'd be...
Okay, well...
You wouldn't have to tell me twice.
You didn't have to say D up.
I said what I said on purpose.
Other basketball terms there, buddy.
I said what I said on purpose.
God.
But yeah, no, there's definitely celebrities that'd be like, yeah, no, listen, this is what I gotta do. This is what I gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of it really per se, but you're probably suffering more than I am if we're being completely honest.
Yeah.
So, but also, you know how fucking sweaty I get? I'm winning, first of all. I'm absolutely winning. No one's keeping a hand on me in the post. Shoes on? Naked with shoes on?
Listen, famous people are weird, bro.
But
I don't know what you...
shoes on or shoes off?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Do you think
What do you think?
The
Do you
image
think
of-
they're butt naked wearing Jordans?
Yes, I think they are wearing high top sneakers and socks and no pants, no
does that
shirt.
mean they came
That
with
is
their
no
shoes
insanity. That is so, I don't know why, but that's so much weirder.
on? They came with their shoes on, took their
They
shoes
came
off
with a
to
gym
get
bag.
naked.
They came
then
with a gym
strapped
bag.
back up.
A gym bag wearing slides and clothes. Took off
Yep.
all their clothes, pulled a pair of Jordans out of the empty gym bag, and the now
Pair of
empty
Nike
gym bag.
Elite socks.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've ever put shoes on butt ass naked.
I absolutely have not.
Oh, well. I stand alone, I see.
I've never put shoes on while naked. I think I've had shoes on while being naked.
I've put shoes on while being naked.
Yeah, well, not everyone lives the life that you live, I suppose.
I lived a disgusting life. I did not respect myself for a long
I
time. It's
am
fine.
thinking of one particular GIF from like way back in the past.
I'm sure this GIF would get us kicked off the
I
internet.
was hoping this would have been a shared memory instantly, but I'm not even going to go through the effort of finding it. It was like
I
in
probably
middle
do know
school.
what you're talking about.
Anyway, but yeah, no, I'm not. I don't think I would play basketball naked with Jamie Foxx to be his friend.
I don't think I would. Not Jamie Foxx, but There are people.
Also, like, do we just, like, every time we hang out at Jamie's house, that's just on the itinerary?
Probably. I don't know.
Like, is there variation?
They get ping pong.
What if we're like, hey, Jamie, why don't we head to the bar? He's like, no, guys, come over. It'll be fun. We'll have a great time. Like, no, why don't we go? Oh, man.
You sure you don't want to, like, go out to eat? Nah.
Like, my ankle
I'm
hurts.
having the chef come over. Like, he'll be there after the game. After what game? You know what game.
So I can't
I
play
got a lot of
today.
ankle injuries.
Don't gotta change of clothes. No need, buddy.
I don't have any shirts. I don't have a shirt or shorts. You got J's on. Get ready.
Excellent.
I do imagine it kind of like a Dave Chappelle Prince skit, but just like naked.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, do we just play... Is it like a rite of passage? Like, we have to play naked basketball once. I guess.
I don't know.
Or is it like, no, this is like when we go to Jamie's house, that's what we do. We play naked basketball and then we fuck each other? Like, I don't know. Like, what?
I don't. The way it was
soup back
described.
They're trying to
just
back
fucking,
me
like-
down in the paint.
Yeah, Did they D up?
Oh, I
they
was
just,
nasty for saying D up, but that's okay. Okay.
Do they just like
Anyway.
put their clothes back on and then shoot the shit, and have a beer?
Listen,
And,
the
like,
way it was
acting like they were
described,
just not flopping all over each other.
the way it was described is it's not even sexual. It's just like that's how he gets a rush out of his day because he's so rich that normal shit doesn't like.
I understand it's absolutely not sexual, and I think that makes it much weirder.
Oh no, it's very much
Like,
like
that's what I'm saying. It's
my
like,
precious, kind of like weird.
yeah. Or also, do you think the homies are like, no, yeah, this is fun, or do you think every single one of them is like, listen, I get to hang out with Jamie Foxx. Like, this is sick. Whatever, man.
I think.
Like, do you think
I
it's his
think
rich
there's
friends
less-
that are playing naked basketball, or do you think it's his, like, not as rich as him friends that are, like, hanging out up a tier?
I think that I think Tyrese is definitely like playing naked basketball with Jamie Foxx.
What more do you want from me?
Right. Like, I absolutely think that is the person playing naked basketball with.
Oh, it's just one-on-one. It's just one-on-one. And then Jamie buys him dinner,
Right.
gets him an Uber home. Oh my god. Alright, sure, probably. That answers my question.
You know? That was an insane sentence.
Yeah, probably though.
Like, it kind of checks out. I think maybe, I don't know. There's probably other people. Other R&B singers are definitely doing it.
Alright, what non-female celebrity are you playing naked basketball in order to hang out with?
That's a tough one.
It's worth it.
You know,
Listen, I think I would play naked basketball with Jesus and Mero. Just saying. Just saying.
I understand what you're saying, but I've seen them play basketball, so, like, that doesn't even seem like it'll be fun for anybody.
It would be great fun for me. I just
Well,
get to
yeah.
beat the shit out of them, and then we just get to hang out. I could get over being naked. Can I put
I can
clothes
get
back
over
on
being
afterwards?
naked. Probably.
That would be. I'm just more comfortable not sweating on myself.
That's cowardice.
All right.
But, I don't know. Who would I play real...
Basketball is just such a contact sport.
Such a contact sport.
I agree.
Like naked ping pong, sure. At least I'm on the other side of the table.
Yeah, so you
I
can
would
see
play-
his dick and balls flopping around.
You
least
think you're
not
not seeing
my
that playing
face.
basketball?
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. You cannot play with anybody that can dunk. That's a rule.
Oh, yeah, no. If you're dunking
I'm
in a
wearing a
naked
mask.
basketball...
You think Jamie Foxx is dunking in his naked basketball game?
Yes. Well, I don't know if... I don't know how tall Jamie Foxx is.
I bet he's shorter than you think he is.
I would say about 5'9".
I want to say he's 5'11".
5'9".
What a call.
Played.
Yeah. I don't think he can dunk at 5'9".
If he could dunk at 5'9", it'd be very impressive.
And
Also,
that would explain why he's playing naked basketball.
He's not a young man.
No, he's like 50 now.
I think he's in his 50s.
You know he drops that shit down to 9 so he can dunk.
Who doesn't? Who among us?
Yeah, what?
Like,
Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
During a normal basketball game.
Again, who among us?
Right. You get it down to 9.5. You see if the homies don't notice.
I got it. I don't think I could dunk on a 9.5-foot hoop. I think I could get a solid hand on the rim. I don't think I could dunk. Pat, I don't think Pat can touch the rim on a 10-foot hoop.
I am just below it. I cannot touch the rim.
You are far too tall.
I can get a good piece of the rim on a 10-foot
I can't jump at
all.
all.
I can't grab the rim though. Like I can't grab and hold it.
Can you
I can
palm
dunk
a
on
basketball? Can you palm a basketball?
No. I can get almost parallel and hold it for like a second or two, and then I lose it. I'm just like,
No.
just too much bitch made to be able to palm it.
I could palm a basketball, but I can't get up there and put it in the hoop.
I know somebody who can help you with that.
But I can one-handed dunk like a 9-foot.
I need to do calf work.
I actually do know somebody who specializes.
Oh yeah, didn't you do a little like demo program for that?
It worked. I am much stronger than I was before. But
If I lost 50 pounds, I could probably get up there and dunk.
I don't think you have to lose 50 pounds.
I think I do.
I think if you did the high, like,
So
explosiveness workouts, you could get it done.
I
in,
don't-
like 12 pounds, 15 pounds.
I think theoretically you could probably do it without losing 50 pounds, but I think for the sake of your joints,
Yeah.
You probably
are
should.
adding the explosiveness to be able to do that. Same thing. Like, listen, I'm not touching any basketball rims right now. I gotta lose some fucking weight. I'm in horrid shape right now. I'm starting to work on it now. Finally, it took a long time.
I'm gonna be looking mighty nice. This work from home whenever you want kind of situation. Oh man, this is awesome.
Yeah. Wait, I mean,
Gym membership
you weren't.
again.
How much were you working before? You had a pretty open schedule before.
I mean, going to school is not simple, my
I know
friend.
it's not simple, but it's not like your schedule was cluttered. It's not like, nah, all right, no, don't give me that shit, because that's just a time excuse.
I'm not going to get into it.
It's a whole thing. Yeah, it's a whole thing, but it's...
Yeah.
You
Well,
have
then
the
what's
time-
your
you have-
excuse?
I have no excuse. I'm a lazy fuck. That's what I'm...
I was also
trying-
going to the school, or going to the gym before.
I'm trying,
Like,
to
that
make you,
didn't
I'm
stop.
trying to make you admit that to yourself, rather than give us excuses.
Oh, I have no excuse. I've been going to the gym. Me and Planet Fitness, we're like this.
I had way more time in college than I do now to go to the gym.
Oh, because you have to do something dedicated from 9, or
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
for you, 8 to
No, it's
6.
9 hours a day.
Well, I was saying 9 to 5, but you go in at 8.
I have the time. I just, when I am done with work, I just don't want to
Yeah,
do
I
it.
don't
But
wanna
it's
go
just
to the
it's just a matter of like when I
want to.
had people like I was going with people. That was when I'm like able to be really committed. When it's going by myself, it's a little bit harder because then I don't have someone being like, "Oh, I'm on my way." You know what I mean? Like so, like that pressure.
Oh, turkey.
I'll figure it out. I go through ebbs and flows. Once I start paying for something, it usually jump starts me a little bit too.
How about the new membership?
It took me 2 weeks to go for the first time. I'll say that.
Where's your membership?
Bailey's is the place right around the corner.
Yeah. I think I need to get a Planet Fitness membership.
Speaking of things that are good, can we talk about how bad the dress code for Turkey Leg Hut was?
Fucking Shoots
Mr.
Man.
Shoots.
What was the
Yes.
song? Let me look up the Turkey Leg Hut
It's on Instagram. Let me find
dress code. It was like, yeah, man, this is fucking
it
bootstraps.
was basically
indeed.
saying no black people at
yeah,
a restaurant that's made, I don't know, for black people.
no excessively revealing clothing, no ripped clothing. Shorts must cover your entire bottom. No obscene language or baggy clothing. No swimwear. No exposed undergarments. No house attire. and it specifically points out do-rags and wave caps. So it sounds like what a racist middle-tier restaurant owner puts up.
It sounds like Buckhead.
So it's very odd coming from
Houston in the 3rd Ward from Turkey Leg Hut. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
From Mr. Shoots himself.
Speaking of shoots, my mom said she listened to that episode and she had to stop driving. She was laughing so hard about that specifically.
They're
and
terrible.
then I sent her a picture and she was like, "There's no way. There's just no way."
They're terrible.
But yes, Mr. Shoots himself put this up, and then they've like quadrupled down on it. They're like, "Yeah, this is just what you should do." It's decorum."
Listen,
And it's
he didn't put this up with the thought of backing down. This man is
he is standing firm in his shoots.
Yes. He will plant his shoots.
This motherfucker. Also, the restaurant is completely outside.
Yeah.
So having to dress up to go to the turkey leg hut.
So yeah, right. Having to be like, oh shit, I gotta put on some fucking khakis rather than gym shorts to go to a place called Turkey Leg Hut is just kind of an insane, like...
It's kind of a lot. Kind of a lot. I wouldn't want to do it. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, you're still gonna do it.
Listen, if he says I can't get in with my sweats, I don't know what to tell him.
No, you're just not gonna wear. I know you're just not gonna wear sweats. You're gonna listen. That I've seen pictures of the food that comes out of Turkey Leg Hut. I think I would put on some shorts for the one-time experience of going. Doesn't have to be correct, but I want that in my mouth. I'll say it.
That's a new sound. Gotta get the soundboard back.
Yeah, get the soundboard working. We'll figure it out.
You get that working, and then we'll work on that.
Take it down, big meat.
I mean, we've already got the sound. But yes, that was my input. He's a dickhead. Also, Conor McGregor, dickhead. Glad he broke his leg.
So
glad it's broken.
I'll
Fuck
be honest.
that guy.
I found a stream of the fight and then was playing video games and like not really paying attention, and then looked over and I just see Conor on the ground and his foot pointing a direction that is not natural for feet to be pointing. And then I didn't really see many replays because the stream was kind of shitty and then cut out. But he broke it. He kicked Dustin Poirier and then broke his own foot. That's a tough scene.
Yep. Fuck that guy. That guy, I hate that guy. I don't get it. I don't see why people like him. He makes me viscerally upset. Fuck that guy. I'm glad people are just beating the tar out of him every time he steps in the ring now.
I mean, absolutely the worst part is Dana White taking a seat next to him.
Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan.
Oh, sorry. Who was that? Dana White. Joe Rogan.
Same person.
Yeah.
Might as well be.
Joe Rogan sitting down, cozying up to him extra tight, like it's time for Betty Bye, and asking him questions for the interview. I thought the optics could not get worse for Conor McGregor after he was taking a nap last time.
Never ceases to amaze.
That's a tough scene for the boy. It's crazy because he just continues to just make so much money off getting the absolute tar kicked out of him.
That's why he keeps doing it.
I would too.
Listen, I think he's made enough.
Well, I think at this point I'd hang up the gloves. I'd hang up the little boxer briefs.
I'd hang up my leg. It's broken. It's off.
I'd get a new one. You could probably buy a new leg, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
I don't think a new leg costs that much.
He's got a couple $100 million in the bank. I think he could arrange a new leg.
He knows the guy.
He could take my leg. I'd sell him my leg. He
Conor
wouldn't want
McGregor
it.
with your leg would be. Also, he would not put your leg on his body. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's where this is.
Yeah,
going.
let's be. Come on, let's.
He'd call it a nigger leg, and then I'll have a problem. I said it.
What are you, a British soccer fan?
No,
it is not coming home.
It is not.
It's not, and
it's coming home, if you will.
There's only one thing coming home in England.
Boo!
It's extreme racism.
Boo!
Come on, that was good. That
stunk.
All right, well,
but yeah,
extreme racism
You know what? Extreme racism is not coming home. It's always been home.
Yeah.
That's where it started.
It's staying home.
It never left. Back like it never left. Wow. For context, Euro Championships were Sunday, and the 3 players that missed PKs at the end of the game to win were black. And I don't know if you know anything about England, but they don't like black people over there. Don't let them tell you they do, because they will. They'll be like, yeah, we love Marcus Rashford, but why did you put a gorilla in his Instagram comments after he missed a PK? Explain that. Anyway.
Yeah, I didn't. Fortunately, I didn't follow it. I didn't follow the backlash. I knew it was going to be bad, but I just saw on Twitter every English soccer association posting some similar nuanced message about racism and this and that. It was like, oh man, they good things are not being said. Oh no!
I think we all said after Rashford kicked the first one that was missed, right?
First of all, what a horrendous situation to put those 3 people in.
They subbed them in 2 minutes before the PK shootout. Because they're strikers.
And they're 19!
So in theory, right, you take the attackers that are good at scoring. But you take things out of context. You're in a Wembley Stadium, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old. Not even a chance to really warm up. They're like, oh no, PK shootout. Yeah.
Sitting on the bench for 120 minutes.
Hey, this is the biggest thing that you're ever going to do, maybe in your life, as a soccer player. Go do it right now with the literal world watching you.
Do have to say, their PKs were stinky pinky.
They're so stinky.
They were stinky pinky.
Be that as
The
it
first
may.
2 PKs were
I hated to see that because it started off real strong and then the following ones were. But again, to their credit, were subbed in 2 minutes before the PK shootout.
And they were 19. Well, Rashford's 23, but the other 2 were 19.
Rashford's also a king.
He's very, very
organized.
good.
Yeah, uses every ounce of his platform to help all kinds of fucking people. And then people
Love
are
me some Marcus Rashford.
And then he's
now they're attacking him.
Reduced to being attacked racially for missing PK. Everything's great.
By his countrymen, which is kind of the fucked up part about all of this. Because he's from there, but the other 2 aren't really from there. It's like a Giannis playing for Greece kind of situation.
Well, Giannis was born and raised in Greece.
Yeah, he's from Greece.
Yeah, but he's
just,
Nigerian.
High school.
He's Nigerian.
Maybe I haven't seen his.
They're basketball gods too, apparently.
I haven't seen his 23andMe.
Listen. Just like a couple people that play for France, they're not really from
Well, I understand
France.
how that works. It's soccer too. It's if you have I think the furthest it can be is 1 full grandparent.
Something like that, I think.
That has full ancestry or something like that. The
enough
lines,
ancestry.
The lines are pretty blurred where you could really be eligible for 3 to 4 countries generally, and then you can kind of pick. Because I always talk about that when they're playing soccer, this person the U.S. tried to get them to play. It's they're no, I'm gonna go play for Argentina with Messi, and it's yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
No, I don't want to play with. Well, I mean, I guess Pulisic is fucking the real deal now, but it was I don't want to.
At first,
I don't want Josie Altidore to be the biggest guy on my team. I'm gonna go play with the GOAT if that's all right with you.
Yeah. You see that guy? You see what him? Yeah. I'm gonna the tiny guy. Yeah, him. I like him. He's great.
Also, I know this. I just listened to Trilly talk about this. We had to talk that Messi made $650 million in salary over the past 4 years.
4
Well, because
years.
soccer contracts are negotiated in weekly pay generally,
which is insane.
So when you see numbers for soccer contracts, sometimes they don't look insane because they're not talked about in the entire value of the contract. It's talked about on a weekly basis. So I remember Cristiano Ronaldo at one point signed a $800K a week contract.
But if you multiply that by 52 times
exactly
whatever.
So he was making that's what Messi was making before the 4 year. He was making that, and then he was you know what? I want to make 400% of what I was making.
And they were like,
$600 million
sure,
over 4 years.
And they were like, yeah, sure, yep, signed, got it.
Do I gotta pay taxes on this? Or?
Oh yeah, listen,
I understand why it was such a big deal, that whole tax fraud thing, because that's a lot of generic.
Well, he was getting scammed, which was kind of the fucked up part about all of this.
Yes. But be that as it may, I now understand the magnitude. I knew it was a lot of cash.
It's a lot of cash.
That's a lot of cash. That's a lot of cheddar.
He almost made $1 billion in 4 years.
Yeah.
In sports.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I would like to do that.
And now he's going to sign another one for more?
He's going to sign...
Do you think he's going to the MLS or staying?
Well, he's going to sign like... He's going to sign like a 2 or 3 year deal. And then he's going to play that out. By the end of that, he's going to be probably not even starting, but like kind of like average. And then he's going to come to the U.S. and play 4 or 5 years and be the MLS all-time leading goal scorer and make $100 million a year.
Yeah.
It's going to be so
They're going to have to
easy for
change
him.
the rules.
It's
like,
going to be so
like
easy
you can only
for him.
dribble with your left foot or something.
Like, I'm a big supporter of
He's only
MLS.
34.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm a big supporter of the MLS
He's been
getting
a pro
better.
since he was like
I
16.
want soccer to grow in the U.S., but man, you watch the fucking MLS for 30 minutes, and then you turn on an English Premier League game or a fucking La Liga game for 30 minutes. It's
Even a
literally
Bundesliga game.
literally like watching a high school game versus like a D1 like top tier like matchup or something like that. It's fucking night and day. It's a bummer. It's a real bummer.
Sure is. The MLS cannot hold a candle. And they do those
better.
scrimmages,
But now
it is getting better.
The clubs are doing a good job of the more like youth recruiting and really
homegrown
building players up, and then they get really good, and then they're in the league
And
for
they
2
leave.
years, and then they sell them for like $200 million because
Yeah.
like that's amazing, but then they're not in the MLS anymore. So
They come back and play for the national team, so that
kinda
counts
how
for
it works.
something.
sometimes they do, but if they have like 1/8 fucking British, they're like, no, I'm gonna go play for England.
Do you gotta qualify for the Olympics in soccer?
Yes.
Yeah,
Did we qualify?
I don't know.
Do we care even?
It's not even like.
Because
like
other countries send their U23 teams,
I think
right?
there's rules for it. It's like the whole team is U23 except for 4 players, or there's a certain number of players that can be older. But that used to be the rules. It had to be like mostly U23s. And then a lot of the stars that are U23 may not play, depending on how they're... Because it's like in the middle of a season, and not all leagues break for the entire time. So, like, if Pulisic is like, no, I need to rest for fucking Chelsea. Like, we're playing for, like, big shit next year. Probably won't play.
You remember that UEFA Champions League trophy?
Yeah.
That. I want to win another one of those.
Yeah,
So.
I'm working on something a little bigger. Because the Olympics in soccer is like cool. It's like it's an honor still, but it's the World Cup is the international competition.
That's next year too.
Yeah, very excited.
Qatar.
Qatar.
Yep. And it's gonna be 175 degrees.
Oh yeah, it's
People are gonna die.
People, so many
More
people.
people. They had slaves.
More people.
They had slaves for this.
Yeah.
Don't forget, in 2016, when they were like, yeah, Qatar can have the Olympics, they were like, all right, we're going to start buying people from the adjoining countries.
And then remember
to build
how
these
over the
stadiums.
next 4 years, every single person that was involved in that decision to award Qatar the World Cup
Was corrupt.
immensely arrested by like international police.
Interpol, that one, Interpol, International Police, they were taking money under the table from this small country named Qatar in the Middle East, which is just north of Saudi Arabia. Yes.
Not great.
No.
I'm excited for watching the World Cup and the competition. I'm not a huge fan of how it got there.
I'm not happy that they're going to have to take 15-minute breaks every 15 minutes for water. I don't love that, as it will literally probably be 130 degrees.
I do love that more than the players dying.
Yeah, that's better.
just being dead now.
Yeah, oh no. 600 or 6,500 migrant workers have died in Qatar since World Cup awarded. Like I said, they were getting slaves from other countries.
An average of
that's not
12
good.
migrant workers from these 5 South Asian nations have died each week since the night in December 2010 when the streets of Doha are filled with ecstatic crowds celebrating their victory to be able to host the World Cup.
Things are going well.
And
Capitalism
you know
is
what's
good.
you know what's
this is already fucking terrible, is that this death toll is gotta be easily 3-4 times that, because this is what they know about.
Yep. Because these are migrant people that they've brought in that were poor, that needed this work. Yeah, all things are bad, and yet embargoes on Cuba. That's what we should do. Niggas got on the internet and just forgot how government works. They were like,
nobody knows how government works. To be clear, like there's no forgot. It's
and they were like, well, Cuba's communist, and it's like, well, yeah, sure, but I think their people still deserve to eat food. No, well, I mean, the Red Scare, you see.
Yeah, we've been taught since we were wee
young.
I wish Jackson was here because he had, like, I'm not gonna say he has a better understanding, but he's better at explaining. Like, Cuba's not a bad country, like the way that we've been taught to think that.
Well, even if we just like think for a second, right, about
who
places
taught it to us.
Who taught it to us, and places that we like view as like bad, right? And then think about how probably the last 4 years the rest of the world looked at the US and how we are sitting here like, no, like we're like, it's not the, you know what I mean? Think about like, and that's
were, I mean, maybe 1,200 feet from looking at, you know, some of these countries.
But that's what like is so fucking sad about like this is even if like the leadership of a country or whatever like does very bad things and yes, like terrible shit, like there's still fucking people that live there. That doesn't mean like that's
nothing to do with that.
And so then like I understand that there's weird, you know, this shit is all nuanced, but when people talk about shit like this, or like people talk about like Cuba as if like all of Cuba are like just fucking terrible, it's like there's a lot of people there that are just really fucking struggling, like absolutely struggling.
Through no fault of their own, through nothing that they had anything to do it with,
just because
nothing they wanted to do anything with to begin with, and they're victims of their circumstance in like a very tragic kind of way. Like, I was reading an article today that was like, there are people in Cuba that are like our parents' age who haven't had an apple. Think about that. They are 90 miles from Key West, and they have not had an apple. Like, that's insane to think about. And it's just,
I don't know enough about all of this, but haven't like the U.S. played a big part in ensuring that Cuba can't like trade with fucking anybody? Like, isn't that the whole premise of the embargo
in 2019? Well, so they got lifted under Obama,
and then under Trump, slapped it right back on there.
Yeah, in 2019, however Cuba works, I'm not going to purport myself to know, didn't want to do something for Trump or say something nice about him or kiss his feet or some bullshit, and he put 240 trade embargoes that hamstrung their whole entire economy to now their people are starving again. But it's because they're communist, yes? That's why.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love that. That's great.
I'm having fun. I want to end this. We've been kind of ripping because we haven't talked to each other in a while. Last thing. I don't know if you guys saw the picture of the lady duct taped to the plane chair.
Hamstrung, if you will.
Yes. Hog-tied. I said what I said. So I saw that while I was at the gym, you know, just casually scrolling while I was on the treadmill. And people were asking, well, isn't there a humane way to do that?
So, real quick, for just a little bit of context, if you haven't seen this, it's a lady that is, it's unfortunately hilarious. A very blurry photo, but I imagine there's probably commotion happening. Apparently this lady tried to open the exit door on a plane while it was going. So the air marshal and crew restrained her and basically used
she bit a flight attendant in the scuffle,
and then basically used any restraint available to them on this plane and wrapped it around this lady in a chair. Like, she's got tape, like whatever they had. Planes aren't equipped to, you know, take a
restrain people
generally. So this lady must have been rabid.
Yeah. But in the comments, people are like, well, isn't there a humane way to do it?
No.
And at first, I was like, they don't need to be humane. Like, they should just beat the shit out of her, wrap her up with, I don't care, cellophane? I don't care. Whatever. And then stick her to the seat. And then everybody should get to punch her on the way, way to the bathroom.
On the way to the bathroom, you get one punch. They
Just
turn the
one.
fucking. It goes ding.
Ding.
And there's a
He
fucking
just-
line. And it's like whop, and the flight attendant's like, "All right, go."
Reminds me of the airplane scene that I referenced last week that I got chastised for.
We're going to chastise for you?
No,
for
wrongfully
you?
chastised. Airplane is a hilarious.
Sure. Anyway. And then I remembered, you know what? There are restraints on airplanes. The seatbelts. And clearly, those weren't fucking working!
Listen, I'm sure they thought of the seatbelt. I don't imagine they skipped straight to hog tie, but maybe they did, and wouldn't they be justified?
Oh, absolutely. That's one of those things, like, if you try and open a plane door, if it were logistically and, like, physically possible, you should just be jettisoned off the plane, and they should continue on without you.
Fine, you want this door open? It's open.
Bet. However, it would kill everybody inside, so they can't do that.
Yeah.
But I think it would be funny if they could.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Salty Virgins Club podcast featuring dumbass over
Come new here.
We appreciate you. We will see you soon on Twitch. Dungeons and Dragons will probably be back next week, something like that. And see ya. Love you.
Bye.